Hello, MonstersAbound, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires, the Warden and the Paunch, and part 21 of my Grom the Paunch campaign as Grom, and of course Sly Sweaty Bollocks, currently sweating their bollocks off in the Badlands, or what is east of the Badlands, which is the Desolation? Something like that, I can't remember, but it's a bit shit, basically. Everything beyond the mountains is always going to be a bit shit. So, we want to try and confederate with Grimgor. However, at the moment, we wouldn't be able to confederate with him normally. Because he won't. We can, however, kick the shit out of him and do that. However, he has wandered off. He had a war, and then he wandered off, and now I don't know where he's gone. There he is. No, there he is. I found him. Right, there's Grimgor. He's still got his war. That's a problem. We don't want him to have his war. If we can kill Grimgor, then we can basically confederate his entire faction. And considering his entire faction kind of is quite... See, this is kind of the problem. So, at the moment, Grimgor hates the people I hate, which is good. Now, he's not at war with the Empire, which would be nice if he was. Or the Dwarves would also be nice if he was. But he is kicking the crap out of Skaven, so... good, I guess? Now, if we take all of his territory, of course, we won't have as many. We won't be able to have as many armies as he has. If anything, well, probably if we have Grimgor and Wurzag, we may break even. But to be honest, I'm going to expect that we'll probably be hemorrhaging cash at that point, which means we've suddenly got a very large empire and no one to defend it with. That's a slight issue. So, in many ways, waiting for Grimgor to sort of murder as many people as possible actually kind of might make our job easier. If anything, we might. Do you want to join my war against the Empire? Moderate? Really? Really? Hang on. What about if I give you a lot of money? What about if I give you like 24k? Good. Right, go and kill the Empire for me. Lovely. Now, his armies are quite far away, and I've given him an enemy sort of... It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No worries. We also are kind of like losing money at the moment. We need to... Azag's army got its ass kicked. I mean, to be fair, he kicked as much ass as he took. And we should be able to hit Hans next turn. So that'll be fine. Scarstick's going to go on the rampage as well. And Grom, we need to deal with some of these Skaven. We've been doing a lot of damage to Skaven. And I meant to do some renaming and I forgot. I remember... Fuck's sake. You know what, I remembered to go through all my characters and give them magic items and stuff, because there's been a few which I haven't looked at for ages. So I went through and did that and went, I'll do renaming. Completely forgot, started the episode. Fantastic. I could stop it and restart, but you know what, we're already 3 minutes in and I died. It'll be fine. Crusher. Good. Do you want to try and slow these guys? Because as long as we're slowing them down, they're less of a threat. So... I don't even care if we don't even kill them. We can just leave them to wander the mountains. I'd be fine with that. They might be able to take out this garrison. Although, I mean, I don't think they could. You know, I think we could just chase them to death. So we could well do that. More charge. I mean, they don't have very much charge bonus, to be fair. But charge bonus is one of those things where I've never really sort of... I never really liked charge bonus. I'll give you scrap saddles. That'll get you going. Good. And a couple of our big guns are actually rank 7, which is really good. I mean, the ones that are still alive, obviously. I do seem to end up getting them killed quite often. But never mind. We'll get bigger, better bosses. Not that we're probably going to recruit any bosses. Because, I mean, we've got 5 special characters. So that's 5 armies already, plus Sly Sweaty Bollocks. I didn't put him in the special character category, but he really should be. So that's 6 armies, which, I mean, currently we've got 4, and that's a 45% increase in our upkeep. So we're paying 8k in additional upkeep, which effectively means the amount of money we're losing a turn is based on how many armies we have. And our armies aren't even that expensive. I mean, we've got a lot of goblins in our armies. I mean, not that these goblins are anything to sniff at. 53 flaming melee attack, 41 melee defense, 28 weapon strength, which is, you know, that's fine. 72 armor, silver shields, and also 30% physical resistance. Oh, and frenzy. Let's not forget the frenzy. Sure, that'll do it. So these goblins are off the chain. It's goblins gone wild, except with less or maybe more nudity. That's for individual goblins to decide. That's their choice. I'm not going to promote my thoughts on that matter, mostly because I don't really want to have any. But good. Glad we went down that black hole. God, now I'm thinking about holes and goblins. Okay, the Spirit of the Jungle apparently dead. Oh god, there's another army. Alright, well at least Azhag can Lightning Strike, which is good. Corona and the Knights of... Oh god, not... Right. Oh, did you get your ass kicked? Holy crap. Wolfric kicked the crap out of Bretonians. Nice job. Holy, nice work. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Now, obviously, Chaos has arrived. They're not going to be a huge issue for us, but there's something to just keep in mind. They might come down from the north. So, Nakai is dead, but the defenders of the old... Well, to be honest, if the defenders of the old one have that territory, I'm kind of more than happy to let them keep it. I'm more than happy to let them keep it. So let's upgrade that. I've got to keep an eye on this because they might come around here. In fact, I would suspect they might. Good. We'll keep heading in that direction. All these building up. That's fine. I want. Oh, it's Emperor Karl Franz himself, the Franster.
Never.
I can't. Well, I could reach you, but then. Okay, so if we can block you, which we have, good job, nice work. Right, we blocked you. You can't move. So what we're going to do, and this is a little bit ballsy, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to set an ambush here and see if we can lure Karl in. Because if we can lure Karl in, we can probably crush his army pretty convincingly. I hope. Now, now considering we know that there's no point buffing them up because we know there's a bug which doesn't actually affect weapon strength, so probably not worth upgrading their scrap at the moment, is it? Or upgrading their art or the weapon strength, because realistically, what's it going to do? What's it going to do? Absolutely bugger all. Okay, let's hit Paravon. What have you got? Oh, God. Oh, that's not good times. Do I have fucking Hellstorm rocket batteries? Ugh. Ugh. I mean, in some ways, it might not necessarily be the worst thing because Hellstorm rocket bat. Now, let's think about this. If I Lightning Strike as well, apparently I saw this on Reddit. Apparently, Lightning Strike also reduces the leadership of enemy units. So even if you're not actually going to get any benefit from it, Lightning Strike, well worth using. You know what, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay because of two reasons. One, the Hellstorm rocket batteries won't be able to see our goblins, which are the ones that will explode quite nastily if they shoot them with them, until they get close. The other thing is we can use our big units to maybe make the Hellstorm rocket batteries shoot their own guys. It's worth a shot. There goes Monster Squad. Monster Squad is hitting one gate, so we've got Fanny Craddock, the Rannoch Spider, Bob and the Bobettes, and of course the Stone Trolls all charging towards this gate, backed up by the Goblin Doom Divers. Meanwhile, on the other flank, hidden away from sight, is all of our Night Goblins. So we've only just been spotted. That means there's barely any defenders on this side of the wall. So of course that makes it a lot easier for us to take the walls by climbing up onto the battlements because we don't have to fight anyone. One of the worst things about climbing up onto walls with ladders, apart from the fact that you magically extract them from your rectum or something, is the fact that once you get up to the top of the wall, you're very tired. You're out of breath. You need a breather, and then someone tries to stab you in the face. Rude. So once we get up to the top of the wall, we can have a little breather. You know, we can reflect on where that ladder came from, and then more importantly, we can charge down off the wall and kill everyone. Some fantastic arcing going on. Oh, the gate's already down. Bosh. Look at that, we're inside. No worries. In go the trolls. There's Fanny Craddock.
As long as we draw breath, they will die.
Well, I mean, you say that. So we're going to debuff. Now, of course, we could... Is it Soul Blights, the debuff, which reduces weapon strength? But, of course, there's a bug, which doesn't reduce weapon strength. So I was like, well, what's the point in doing that? It's only going to be half as effective. It reduced their armor a little bit, but to be honest, all of our boys have so much, like, armor piercing that their armor is... They may as well not have any, to be honest. So we're inside. Bob and the Bobettes getting stuck in. Now, at some point, I'm going to want Bob and the Bobettes... you can see these lovely clumped-up units here. What we're going to want is Bob and the Bobettes to come around, get a little flame breath on. That's going to do some lovely damage. You can see lots and lots of units now pouring in to try and fend off the assault on the gates there. Our goblins, meanwhile, I mean, yes, they're winded and they're taking a little bit of fire from rockets. That guy got his arm shot off. That's not ideal, is it? That's unfortunate. Never mind, because we've got these bloody war wagons. The war wagons who are, I'm going to be honest, garbage. Literally garbage. I don't think they... The problem is they don't really have the ammo. They looks like they've got huge amounts of ammo, right? Like over 200 ammo. I think they just shot themselves then as well. But the problem is that they run through it so quickly and do so little damage. It's barely worth the effort. I mean, they've got 6 kills so far. You know, you may as well take a handgun unit. Yeah, the handgun unit's slower, but it's better. So having taken the walls, we've now taken the gate, which means our Night Goblin archers with fanatics can come into the city, and we can deal with these war wagons, so that is good. Now, Bob and the Bobettes. He's having a bit of trouble here. He's a bit of a prima donna. He was about to blow some fire, and then someone gets thrown at him, and he's like, no, I cannot work. We cannot work in these conditions. So when he's in melee combat, basically he can't. See, these guys, they shouldn't be attacking him. And now he's trying... No, Bob. Get... Bob. Here. Bob. Here. Bob. Right, okay, good. Bob is in a good position here. This is fine. We've got a lot of... yeah, that's it, Bob. Yes, it. Go on. The money shot. The money... Yep. Yep, that'll do. How many kills? 180 kills. Not bad. Not bad at all. And that has basically broken... This little blob around here. Now, our Port Ragnarok Spider has taken so much damage. He ran away, came back, he's taking fire. I don't like... We need to get him away from these archers, to be honest, because they are causing us a major problem. These trolls have come back to fight, but these guys will generate, so they're fine. So pushing in there. They've got some fanatics coming out to take out these great swords. We have reduced them quite... I mean, this is the problem when you charge Night Goblin archers with fanatics. You tend to get this little problem, and... it never works out for you, does it? Oof. I mean, yeah, it took 4 lots of fanatics, but still, they are... That is an ex-greatsword unit. Skarsnik's currently trying to deal with this horde of Reichsguard, which is less than ideal. And there's an enemy... there's the general. General of the Empire is causing... He's starting to run away. We've got Gary Rhodes here. Gary Rhodes has cast some magic. We're going to get a Curse to Bad Moon in here. That's going to do... It tickled them. It did no damage. It's not ideal. Right, we're dealing with the Greatswords. That's fine. Monster Squad is murdering their way through hordes of infantry. So that's working as well. Good stuff. Big pile of bodies there, including some spider babies and a few trolls, the odd troll here and there. But a lot of units now fleeing out of the city because it looks like army losses have taken effects. And we have defeated the garrison. Little bit messy, I would have liked, but once Bob and the Bobettes got actually to go and do something... it worked out fine, so that's okay. It's quick mascot. Okay, so poor old Ragnarok Spider, who doesn't have a name, took a bit of a beating.
Sounds like a good idea.
So I need to be careful about that. Gary Rhodes, you're a specialist because that's all I can give you. And you know what? Purple Son of Xeris. It's not a spell that I usually use, but we don't really have much sort of we don't usually have a lot of AoE damage in Skarsnik's army, so maybe doing something like that would probably be, you know, that's good. Good. That good.
What do you want?
Gouger. Now, I need intel. I need to know if there's any more Empire armies out and around. I can't see any. So in that case, it's just Karl and, of course, Boris, who's over here and causing us some issues. We might be able to do some damage to his army, maybe. I'm hoping we can take out Karl, because if we can take out Karl, then we can head up and help out Karakadrin. I don't know if they'll want to attack before... I think they might try and siege it down. I don't think they'll want to try and attack it. I could be wrong on that, but I get the feeling that they're a little bit shy about maybe attacking the city. Oh look! I knew if I left Mount Greyhag, they just keep jumping over the mountains. There's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. Because if we jump over the mountains, I mean, I could maybe lay an ambush. They like that settlement, don't they? Maybe if I... Uh-oh. Oh, you just want to come and attack me? Okay. Okay, you are... Right, you're 135 speed. What about if we pop it on you? That makes you 41, which isn't great. They've got a Luminarch, which is a bit nasty. But they don't have a lot of artillery, and they are attacking, so they'll have to come to us. What's the battlefield look like? Okay, it's a choke point. So that could work out in our favour. We could always Vanguard deploy. Is Karl on Deathwing? No. Okay. Alright, what we'll do, because 135 speed Squig Hoppers is pretty good. We've got the garrison as well to help out, so we can use them as a meat shield. Okay. Okay, this should be fine. I'm now a little bit nervous about fighting the Empire after that last battle where we lost most of our Sag's army. But if we can win this, then we should be in a fairly good position. Just need to make sure to take out those missile units because they're nasty. It's got a sting. So Karl's here. Karl is here. Yeah, another bloody Empire army to kill. God, I'm going to be so glad when I kill them all and they're all dead. It's going to be so satisfying. So artillery already doing some damage. We got reinforcements coming in from the garrison. There they come. They're going to be sacrificial. So my plan is we've got some squigs currently hiding in the forest. Ugh. Yeah, they ran over to the other bit of the forest and the Luminarch spotted them before they managed to hide again. So Luminarch's killed 3 of them, but that's fine. That's okay. I'll take that. So the enemy army is split into two points. We've got 3 units of Reichsguard coming on this flank. Now, my plan is here. Use some of our garrison, sort of blob them up, and then hit them with fanatics. Basically, that's the plan. It's not a particularly in-depth plan, but it works. Oh, a lovely hit there. Oh, the Luminarch opens fire, and... Ooh, nasty. How many kills? Oof, 6 kills. That's not good. Azhag flying overhead. I was going to drop a Wind of Death, but it didn't look like it was going to do much good, so I've stopped that. This one should be better. It's kind of got a line up here. Take out some of these handgunners. They're the nasty ones. We're also going to take out that Luminarch. Yeah, can't open fire now, can you? Too busy fighting a Wyvern. Yep, that Wind of Death did okay. Lovely. And we've got a couple of units of Fanatics moving up, as well as Urgok Spider Killer and some big uns. So my plan is try and kill... Oh, that was a lovely shot there from the big un. 79 kills. Lovely. Getting some Archer Fire in here as well. Excellent. Yep, we've got some goblins tanking this little blob over here. This is working out quite nicely. You can see they're all sort of charging in, all grouping up. Out come the Fanatics, and this is going to be pretty devastating. Watch the health of these Reichsguard just drop like a stone. Absolutely devastating. More Fanatics out there. You can see this little attack over here has been basically blunted. There's barely any great swords remaining. Some of the units running away as well. Azhag is continuing to try and deal with that Luminarch because I don't like it. He is getting hit in the back by Carl, but I'm going to ignore him. And the Squig Hoppers have charged in, but they're not doing very well in combat. They are losing, which is less than good. It's bad, in fact. There's an Empire Captain trying to kill us. Fortunately, Rick Staines is in there to help out. And we're sending some more goblins in to fight the little blob of great swords. I might have been a little bit early on the Fanatics, but I think it worked out for the best. We did a lot of kills. We've still got units to throw at them, so that's all fine. And we're now trying to lock down the infantry over here with our big uns. The Squig Hoppers coming back, hitting the Gunderman. These guys they've got 40 melee defense. What the shit? And Carl comes in as well to blast a poor Squig in the back of the head. Apparently Azhag's back. He's dealt with the Luminarch, killed that. Now he's going to try and kill Carl. Despite the fact that Carl has one of the worst Lord bonuses for when you beat him. It's trash. Never mind how it is. Getting surrounded by big uns. That's all good. And you can see the garrison is well, dying pretty rapidly actually. But who cares? Because they are keeping the melee units at bay. And then when the melee units do break through, we just throw arrows at them. And that works out quite nicely. Our big uns here looking pretty happy with themselves because they haven't had to do anything. But there's always time for more Fanatics. So we're going to move our Night Goblins a little bit forward. And then we're going to throw Fanatics everyone. And through our infantry as well. Because with Fanatics, it's big kills that matter. If it's on the enemy side, it's a bonus. Lots of dead bodies there. Lovely. One of the Fanatics did despawn because these causeways kind of have like walls at the side. Which isn't very good. Azhag's taken quite a bit of damage. But just a steam tank to kill now. Everyone else is running away. Yeah, there they go. Breaking. Carl's legged it. There he is. There's Carl running away. That's fine. Just a steam tank to kill. Now, steam tanks are, of course, the worst thing in the world. I hate them with a passion. I don't think there's... Is there any other unit I hate as much? I mean, there's units I'm scared of. Thing is, I'm not particularly scared of the steam tank. I just find him obnoxious, basically. I just hate them. So Azhag's going to chase off Carl. The steam tank is just... And then it does this bollocks. It runs away and kites you, despite the fact it's a sodding tank. I hate it. I just hate steam tanks. And the worst bit is, currently, the Empire at its height will field entire fucking armies of the things. I feel like they're a little. I get they're tanky. They're a steam tank. That's understandable. Oh, and Azhag's coming in to help out because God knows someone needs to. Squig Hoppers as well coming in. It's just got a lot of health, a lot of armour. Thing is, its melee defense is trash, and yet it just does. I guess maybe if we had the bonus to weapon strength, we'd be doing a little bit more damage, maybe, which would be good. We've debuffed its armour, but that's only debuffed it to 130 rather than 160. So I mean, I fucking hate steam tanks. Look at it. What a prick. It rams people as well. It's like, guy, I just hate you so much. Just do the honourable thing and explode. Please? I hate you so much. Not a bad win. I still hate steam tanks, so screw those guys. Literally the worst. Okay. Oh God, how many are? What's going on here? Well, they have a meeting. They have. Okay. Well, at least Azhag causes terror. Although he caused terror anyway because he was on a fucking wyvern. So I think the wyvern causes. Does the wyvern cause terror? I'm fairly sure the wyvern causes terror. I could be wrong. Have to check. Miscast base charge. Oh, the trickster shard's quite nice. Some magic. Interesting. Okay, migration. Sure, let's get a migration in here. That'll be fine. We've got rats.
Bad idea.
Well, just say that. I don't necessarily think that's true. Right. Now, the only problem is, if I jump over here... I shouldn't have put Grom inside the city. Because the problem is, they can lay siege to it. And then attack Sly. Which means I'm now going to have to fight 2 lots of rats. Well, with the garrison, which is... I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse, but I made the wrong move there. I should have jumped outside the city. Because now what they can... If I then jump Sly over there, assuming he doesn't get caught in the underway, if I jump Sly over there, what they'll do is they'll lay siege to it and then attack me with both armies. Which means I'll have to run away and Sly will end up dead anyway, so... Let's just double down. We'll try and deal with these 2 armies with Grom. And if we can do that, then we can then use Sly to take out their nest and burn it. I say burn it, I mean, you know, make it nice, put up some soft furnishings, that kind of thing.
Not likely.
Right. What we can do here is bop. Bop. Okay, so far so good. Gotrek is probably the... Oh God, blah, 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 right. Just keep bopping them. Oh, you're going to get away. Oh, no. Okay, well, not the end of the... I mean, we managed to knock out quite a few armies there, so I'm pretty happy with that. We might... Kragmir might get sacked, but to be honest... What the fuck is this? Battlefield Drummer. Constance if in melee. Engaged in... Wait, what? So, augment, constant, self. So, if affects himself, so it gives him melee defense, melee attack, and base weapon damage. Holy shit. Thank you, dog. And a constant... So, what? It gives you both of these? So, engaged in melee, What's the difference? I guess they're the same thing. Okay, well that's pretty good. That basically... Wow, that's really good. That's really, really good. Crusher has got a thing. Good. Okay, right. I'm tempted to give that to you. Because we could pop... I mean, we could... I mean, there's a few... I mean, we could put that on, like, Dirkit Squigs. Because that way, in melee, they'd get significantly chompier. Which feels pretty good. Right, we're going to get Ard Lads. So that should give these boys... They should now have 68 armour. Lovely. 55 melee defense. Lovely. These guys are pretty good. Pretty good. And, you know, if these other big uns survive more battles, which is debatable considering the way I've been using them, then they'll also get that benefit. So, you know, all good. And we've got lots of skill points to drop all over the place because we just wiped out multiple Empire armies. In fact, got Spider Killer. You're now immortal. Good job. Okay, we might be able to... I mean, we can rush over here and save that. You're stuffed at the moment, which is good. And that'll be finished in one turn. I don't think they can...
No.
I mean, I know I've said this multiple times, but I think we might have broken the back of the Empire in that area, he says. Which is something he will regret saying, I have no doubt. Never mind. Do I want to take Paravon? Not really.
Good idea. Stab him up.
But would it be a good idea? Maybe? Screw it. We're taking it. We're taking it. I might just let it rebel, but if anything, it just gives me a nice little place to replenish from where I can also strike out. So I'll take that. Right, let's get proper tough. So let's get more movement. We can hit Montfort, and also what I'm hoping is Scarstic is going to be able to roam around, basically hitting the north of Bretonnia, causing all kinds of mayhem. That's the dream. Crusher, you are literally crushing it, because that's your name. Okay, let's see. What can we see around here? Anything. There are no Empire armies in the area apart from Boris and, of course, Theon. Or Reek, as I will call him. Oh, and Hans, of course, but Hans just ran away, so he's not really worth anything. You know what? I might take Castle Drakenhof just for funsies. I haven't, but maybe I should. You know? Can we assault this army? 44% chance. It's a failure, but if we can get another couple, if we can get Grimfang over here as well, we can just start, like, you know, putting the boot in and potentially knocking that army out of commission with any luck. I might actually start conquering the Empire. I don't really want it, but it's something that, you know, probably should do. Okay, so we're gonna this is gonna be iffy because we've got two Clannishin armies. They might not. They might actually try and run back to save Drakhold or Dark. It's not Drakhold, is it? It's Darkhold. So they might rush back to save that. I don't know. They might attack Grom. If they attack Grom, it's going to be an annoying battle. Well, actually, it's not going to be too bad because they don't have that many gutter runners actually in this army.
Don't cross wires.
So actually, this should be fine. I'm okay with this. I was worried they'd have, like, you know, entire stacks of gutter runners and it would be an absolute friggin' nightmare. But actually, could be okay. What do we get for killing ratties? Physical resistance. Oh, that's actually pretty good. All armies. Oh. The only problem is you are. Yeah, we'll only get a small trophy for that. You need a nice, big, strong Skaven faction. I don't think I've ever seen a strong Skaven faction. They never seem to do very well for themselves, do they? Never mind. Okay, well, we'll deal with that next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.